Hey, Jay, you there?
Yo, yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay, I don't have video, but I hear you clear.
Okay. Shit, you don't have video. It says,
There he is. What's up?
yeah, you can see me, yeah?
Yeah, you got a little lag.
Okay.
Not getting you. All right, hang tight. Technical difficulties.
Let me try and get on this.
While we're waiting. Hey, there you are.
Trying to get a bit closer to that Wi-Fi.
Yeah, sorry. It's a little laggy still. Maybe we'll go straight audio. Oh, there you are. That's better.
Yeah?
Yeah, there we go. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Thank you for coming on this. For those of you who are listening who don't know, this is Jay Hurley. It's in a hip hop metal gent kind of mashup band called Hacktivist from the UK. Yeah, you're pretty laggy. You know what? Before we get into it, maybe just switch to straight audio and we'll just do that because you probably stream better.
Okay, cool.
Hold on, I'm bumping you out of here. I'm getting comments that say refresh, reload. So I'm going to bump you out of here and rejoin.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do that.
Back in 2. If you go to the soundrink.live page to make a donation, there's a link that you can click on and you could view all of the charity prizes. There were so many awesome things in this. Pedals, original paintings. Adam Burke is going to hand draw you a painting. Adam Burke is amazing. A great oil painter. And I highly recommend that one. We got Jay Hurley back. I'm trying to kill time. I never do podcasts. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Jay, there?
Yeah.
All right, I got audio. I don't have video.
Okay, that's cool.
So let's just do it like this. I'll stare at a black square. That's fine. A lot of people are just listening. So you are a beautiful man, but you know, maybe we don't get your face this time. But all right. So Jay Hurley's from Hacktivist. They're a UK band. They're like a hip hop style band mixed with like down to guitars, genty stuff. Pretty unique, to be honest. I'm a fan of the UK approach to hip hop, and I like when I first heard "Elevate." I think it's the song. I actually had an opportunity to work with you guys a long time ago, mastering that record, and yeah, that song fucked me up. I thought it was really cool, so I've been following you guys, and you're definitely you always use your music for the right style messages, and I felt compelled to ask you to do this because it's kind of aligned with what Hacktivist does and talks about and stuff. So it's cool to catch up with you, man, and thank you for being on here.
Yeah, you too, man. Definitely. Thanks.
So,
thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
What's going on? Like, I talked to a few people in the UK. I don't know how active you are currently with any of the protesting that's going on and stuff, but catch me up on like where you're at over there right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of protests going on all over the UK at the moment. I went to a protest the other day in my local hometown. It was just at the train station. It was a good, peaceful protest. It was peaceful. There was people speaking, and everyone was kind of trying to keep their social distance. But I was really proud of my hometown for it being so peaceful. I think everyone was there for the right reasons. I think some of the other protests I've seen in London have got a bit out of hand, and obviously there's been people fighting, and it's been getting a bit too much for my liking. But yeah, my hometown peaceful protest, I was really happy with that. It was good.
I mean, that's awesome. Where has is there a history of violent protesting when these sort of issues of police brutality and stuff come up over there?
There is, yeah. There was a black guy called Mark Duggan that got shot by the police probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and it all kicked off around the UK. So yeah, it's the same sort of thing. It's happening again. I think it's a little bit worse this time, but yeah, it's definitely kicking off in the UK, and it's good to see the protests. But I'm not really a massive fan of the violence and some of the ones that are getting out of hand. But yeah, it's a regular occurrence.
Yeah, I think we're having a lot, we're having issues in America with protests turning violent. Part of the bigger question is why they are. And, we're seeing police presence escalate stuff here. Is that the case over there too with the UK protests?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a lot worse in the America. Definitely. I've seen some video. I'm a bit confused about the whole thing. Really, there's a lot of conspiracies going around. But I've seen some videos on Twitter of just like there'd be like a random pallet of bricks just in the street, and there's guys saying like, "Oh, why are these bricks just here? Like, who's put these bricks here?" Like,
yeah.
I see another video of another guy, just a random guy, didn't look right, just running around smashing windows. And there's a couple of people saying he's a police officer or something.
Yeah, we've had a lot of like misinformation, as we always do in America when things break out. You'll see, oh yeah, this guy's throwing bricks, and then you'll see the bricks planted, and then you'll see the other guy who's not a part of the protest clearly instigating violence, and then you'll see it spun on both sides, and it's really hard to sort through who's spinning it and who's, what the actual truth is. And we talked a lot of yesterday. I think actually Doc from Bad Wolves and Government did a really good, had a really good conversation about how we can get our news, and like the truth of it being that there is like no one source anymore that we can count on and rely on, because all journalism is biased at this point.
Yeah,
It's an account of who was there, and it's still their opinion reflected in the news. And now we have the misinformation like campaigns all over social media. It's really hard, and we were both struggling to figure out ways. I mean, multiple news sources, trying to format your own opinion based off of the best amount of facts presented against you. But I've definitely gotten stuff wrong. I mean, when I first saw the bricks being thrown and stuff, I thought people were picking up bricks, and then I saw a planted pile of bricks. I'm like, well, okay, is that a picture of a planted pile of bricks that could have been on the street fucking in 1998? Like, I don't know. I have no basis,
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know what to believe, man. It's really crazy out there, like for the US and the UK. And another thing I saw in the UK, I don't know if it's happening in America, but there's a lot of people taking down statues that were old slavery statues and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's been an issue for a while here too. But I just talked to a UK guy earlier who had mentioned that it's starting to happen over there too, which I think is, probably productive at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. But I saw in the UK, one of the statues fell on someone and they're critically injured.
Shit. I didn't know that. Well, yeah. I would assume that was an unintended consequence of removing a racist statue, but shit. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Definitely. I think it's a good thing them taking down the racist statues, but when things like that happen, and obviously that's not good as well. So
yeah. I mean, that's definitely a shame. Yeah, it's just anytime things escalate in situations like this, there's collateral damage and violence, and there's.
You still there?
Yeah, I got you. You still there?
Still there?
Yeah, I can hear you. We still having tech difficulties?
Disappeared.
Might have lost you.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, I got you. You're good. Yeah, sorry, we got a little lag here, but I mean,
that's cool, man.
Just in case, because I want to make sure you can kind of like have your platform to speak now. I respect you as an artist, and I know you've used your music in the past to kind of promote these anti-racist and social messages. I mean, a lot of Elevate, that song that really drew me to you is still kind of a protest song, sound of 25,000 voices raised in anger and shit like that. I mean, I was like, I definitely connected with that song, and I think it's relevant now. And since you're lagging and stuff, I don't want to really pick it. I don't want to really talk anymore. I want to just give you kind of the platform to talk about your experiences, why Hacktivist exists, like how you're feeling right now. Like, I think we're losing Jay.
Just come out when you got to the last bit of your sentence.
No problem, man. So take this time before we get cut off and just kind of speak your mind, because that's what I'm looking for from you right now.
Okay, you just came back in. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just take this moment to speak your mind, since we're having a weird connection. I don't want to cut you off anymore.
Okay. Yeah. If everyone can still hear me, man, just don't get sucked into like this race war kind of thing that's going on right now, man. Just remember that we're all human beings. And that's it, really. You know, I think a lot of people are waking up right now, but there's no point. You know, try and keep the protests not violent, man. And you know, don't be smashing up your own stuff. I see a lot of people smashing up their own stuff. I don't know if it's true. I don't know what to believe. I'm seeing crazy videos on Twitter, but you know, the Wendy's. I see the Wendy's got burnt down. Another guy got shot recently, and they burnt down the Wendy's. But I was just thinking, like, what is? You know, Wendy's is not the place to burn down. Really, it looks like you're burning down your own stuff, man. You need to chill with that. But yeah, the main thing is don't get sucked into the race war. We're all just human beings out here. And hopefully this virus blows over, if it is a real virus or whatever, and we can all get back together and just play some festivals and party together.
Yeah, I appreciate that sentiment. I mean, you're a very positive guy in this time, and I do like hearing from people who just want the most basic happy life, you know. And it's nice to hear somebody who just says, just be nice to each other. We're all people. And at its simplest form, it just feels good to hear that every once in a while, because there's been a lot of hot conversations lately. So I appreciate you, Jay. I'm sorry that we had a weird connection, but you know, I know we'll talk soon.
That's cool, man.
I'm going to announce.
Cool. I love talking to people over in America, man. It's good. It's good for me.
Yeah, you're the best.
Guys over in America.
When all this is like settled and hopefully things return to some kind of new normal, I hope Hacktivist can get over here, because I'd love to hang.
Oh, 100%, man. 100%. We're just waiting for the right time to come over to America, man. When we do, we're going to shout you, definitely, man. It'd be awesome.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you, Jay. I appreciate you. And I'll announce your giveaway, and then I'll keep the show moving. But be safe out there in the UK, man. I'll talk to you soon.
You too, man. Stay safe, man. Bye. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thanks, man. All right, Jay Hurley. Sorry we had some technical difficulties. I'm like, you know, 1 out of 50 ain't too bad. We're doing pretty good so far with the streaming. Chucked me a Hacktivist t-shirt, which is very cool. This is an older, rare one. So if you go to soundrink.live, enter a $10 donation, you're entered to win the one of 100 prizes from our giveaway raffle. Please enter now. I'll be back in 1 second with my good friend Vince from Body Count. So sit tight.